Be me. 29-year-old empowered woman living my best life in the city. Have amazing group of male friends from college who I've known for like 7 years. We used to hang out all the time, go to bars, play board games, watch sports, normal friend stuff. Always made sure to call out their problematic behavior, because that's what good allies do. Like when Jake made that joke about women drivers, I immediately explained why it perpetuates harmful stereotypes. Or when Marcus ordered for his girlfriend at dinner, I had to pull him aside and educate him about agency. Pretty sure they appreciated my perspective, even though they sometimes got quiet after my corrections. I noticed lately that the group chat has been kind of dead. Used to get invited to everything, but now it's been like 3 weeks since anyone mentioned hanging out. Figure everyone is just busy with work and life stuff. Decide to reach out because I miss my boys. Send message in group chat, asking what everyone is up to this weekend. Read receipts show everyone saw it. Crickets for like 6 hours. Finally, Jake responds, "Oh, just staying in, pretty tired." Marcus says, "Yeah, same, got some errands." Devon just sends a thumbs up emoji. Weird, but okay, whatever. People are allowed to have quiet weekends. Scroll through Instagram that night while drinking wine. See a story from Jake's girlfriend. It's the whole group at a sports bar. Jake, Marcus, Devon, Tyler, Chris, everyone. Literally everyone except me. Feel my stomach drop. They're all laughing and clearly having been there for hours, based on the empties on the table. This has to be a mistake, right? Maybe it was last minute. Maybe they forgot to invite me. But also, why would Jake lie directly to my face in the group chat? Spend the next hour analyzing every interaction I've had with them recently. I can't think of anything I did wrong. I've been nothing but a good friend and helping them grow as people. Decide to give them the benefit of the doubt, maybe next time. 2 weeks go by. Group chat is completely dead now. I'm the only one posting, asking questions, trying to make plans. Getting one-word responses or just reactions. Finally see on Marcus's Instagram that they all went to a baseball game. The whole crew again, no me. This is definitely intentional now. Feel actually hurt, like why are they freezing me out? Deserve an explanation at minimum. Decide to text Jake directly, since we've been friends the longest. Hey, noticed I haven't been included lately. Did I do something wrong? He takes forever to respond. Finally writes back, "Nah, you're good. Just been doing guy stuff lately." Guy stuff? We've always hung out as a mixed group. I'm one of the guys. Push back a little, say, "I've always been included in guy stuff before." He just responds, "Yeah, I don't know. Things change? No big deal." No big deal? Being excluded from my friend group is absolutely a big deal. Try to get more info, but he keeps being vague and dismissive. This is so frustrating. Decide to do some investigation, because something is clearly going on. Check all their social media for the past month. They've been hanging out literally every single weekend. Sports games, bars, someone's birthday party, a concert. All stuff I would have loved to go to. All stuff they specifically did not invite me to. Notice in one photo, they're at Tyler's apartment, and there are other people I don't recognize. Some of them are women. So this isn't even about it being guy time or whatever. They're inviting other women, but specifically excluding me. This is actually insane. Try to think about what could have caused this. Last time I hung out with them was at Devon's place, like a month ago. We were watching football, and I made some comments about the problematic nature of the sport. The brain injuries, the toxic masculinity, the way it promotes violence. They got kind of quiet, but I thought they were just thinking about what I said. Then Marcus made some comment about a player, and I corrected his use of gendered language. He rolled his eyes, but whatever. Men do that when confronted with their biases. Also called out Chris for manspreading on the couch. When there wasn't enough room, he moved but seemed annoyed. Tyler kept checking his phone, and I pointed out he was being rude and not present. Just normal friend stuff. Being honest with each other. Maybe they didn't appreciate my honesty? But real friends should welcome growth. The more I think about it, the more I realize they've probably been planning this. They created a separate group chat without me. They've been coordinating hangouts behind my back for weeks. This is actual betrayal. Decide I need to confront this head on. Send a long message in the group chat explaining how I've noticed the pattern of exclusion. Point out specific instances with dates and screenshots. Explain how hurtful this is and how they owe me an explanation, as my friends. Ask for us to have a group conversation about whatever issue they have with me. Message gets read by everyone within minutes. Nobody responds for hours. Check my phone obsessively all evening. Finally, at like 11 p.m., Devon responds, "Look, we've just been hanging out. It's not that deep." Not that deep? Systematic exclusion from a friend group is extremely deep. Respond asking why they specifically haven't invited me. Chris finally chimes in, Honestly, you've just been kind of a lot lately. A lot? What does that even mean? Ask him to elaborate. He doesn't respond. Jake eventually writes, "You're always criticizing everything we do. It's exhausting. Feel my blood pressure rising. I don't criticize everything. I offer constructive feedback. There's a difference between criticism and helping friends recognize problematic patterns." Try to explain this, but Tyler jumps in. "This right here is what we're talking about." What I'm talking about? I'm literally just defending myself. Marcus adds, "Every time we hang out, you're pointing out what we're doing wrong. Can't just relax and have fun anymore. This is so ridiculous. Fun shouldn't come at the expense of growth and awareness. If they can't handle someone challenging them to be better people, that's their issue. Tell them this." Devon responds, "Yeah, see, this is exactly why we started hanging out without you. Feel like I've been punched in the stomach." So they admit it. They deliberately excluded me because I make them uncomfortable with my truth-telling. Typical fragile masculinity response to being held accountable. Send another long message about how disappointing this is. Explain that real friends don't abandon each other for speaking truth. Point out that they're choosing comfort over growth. Remind them of all the times I've been there for them. Like when Jake got dumped, I listened to him complain for hours. When Marcus needed help moving, I showed up with my car. When Devon's mum was sick, I sent him supportive messages every day. This is how they repay that friendship. The group chat goes silent again. Wait for responses, but nothing comes. Check the next morning and still nothing. Decide to try a different approach. Text each of them individually. Start with Jake since we go back the furthest. Write a heartfelt message about our friendship and how much it means to me. Explain that I only call things out because I care about him being his best self. Ask if we can talk on the phone. He responds hours later with just, "I think we need some space." Space? We've been friends for 7 years. Try Marcus next. Similar approach. He doesn't even respond. Devon eventually texts back, "Maybe you should think about how you make other people feel." How I make them feel? What about how they're making me feel right now? I'm the victim here. I'm the one being excluded and isolated. Try to explain this, but he doesn't respond. Spend the next few days spiraling. Can't focus at work. Keep checking my phone, hoping someone will reach out. The group chat is completely dead now. No one is posting anything. Realize they probably have a new group chat without me. Feel so betrayed and alone. Vent to my female friends about the situation. They're supportive, but also kind of give me weird looks when I explain everything. One of them gently suggests that maybe I was being too critical. She doesn't get it either. No one understands that I was helping them. 2 weeks later, see on Instagram that they all went to a weekend trip together. Camping or hiking or some outdoorsy thing. They're all smiling and look like they're having the time of their lives. Feel sick looking at the photos. They chose this. They chose to cut me out rather than listen to valid criticism. Notice in the comments, some woman I don't know is tagged. Check her profile and see she's friends with all of them now. She's in a bunch of their recent photos. They literally replaced me. Found some cool girl who probably laughs at their sexist jokes and doesn't challenge them. This is exactly what men do. They can't handle strong women who don't just go along with everything. So they find someone more compliant. Decide to make one final attempt. Send a message in the group chat. Keep it simple and direct. "I miss you guys, and I'm sorry if I came across as too much. Can we please talk about this?" Swallow my pride, even though I don't think I did anything wrong. I just want my friends back. Message sits on read for an entire day. Finally, Jake responds, "Look, we've all talked about it, and we think it's best if we keep doing our own thing. You're welcome to reach out individually if you want to hang one-on-one. But the group dynamic just isn't working anymore." Read it over and over again. They had a whole conversation about me. They unanimously decided to exclude me. And they're trying to make it sound reasonable by offering individual hangouts. Like, I'm the problem that needs to be managed. Respond asking, what specifically isn't working? No response. Try again the next day asking for concrete examples of what I did wrong. Nothing. They've made their decision and won't even give me the courtesy of a real explanation. Spend weeks feeling bitter and angry. See them continue to hang out constantly on social media. They look happy. Probably relieved they don't have to deal with my criticism anymore. Start to wonder if maybe I should have approached things differently, but then get angry at myself for even thinking that. I wasn't wrong for pointing out problematic behavior. They were wrong for not being willing to grow. This is a them problem, not a me problem. Talk about it in therapy. Therapist asks questions that make me uncomfortable. Stuff like, how did you usually phrase your feedback? And, did you consider that they might not have wanted constant correction? Feel like even my therapist doesn't fully get it. She suggests I might have been treating my friends like students instead of equals. But education is important. How else are people supposed to learn? Months go by. Still occasionally see the group hanging out. They've fully moved on. Integrated new people into the friend group. Look like they're thriving honestly, which somehow makes it worse. Run into Marcus at a coffee shop one day. It's super awkward. He's polite but distant. Asks how I've been in that way people do when they don't actually care. I ask if the group ever talks about me. He looks uncomfortable. Says, sometimes, but won't elaborate. I push and ask what they say. He sighs and says, honestly, everyone's just relieved. Relieved. That word sits with me for days. My friends are relieved that I'm not around. Try to convince myself they're just immature. They weren't ready for someone who would challenge them. They wanted an echo chamber, not a real friend. But late at night, I wonder if I really was insufferable. If my need to correct and educate pushed away people who genuinely cared about me. Then get angry at myself for those thoughts. I shouldn't have to dim my light to make insecure men comfortable. Create a new group chat with some other friends. Women who actually appreciate my perspective. Try to move on and tell myself I'm better off. But sometimes I miss those stupid sports bars and board game nights. Miss the easy camaraderie before I started noticing all their problematic behaviors. Or maybe before I started constantly pointing them out. Wonder what would have happened if I'd just let some things slide. If I'd picked my battles instead of fighting every single one. But that feels like betraying my principles. Still check their social media sometimes. They just posted about a guy's trip to Vegas. Everyone looks sun-drunk and happy. There's that new girl in some of the photos again. She's wearing a low-cut top and doing a duck face in one photo. Typical. They probably love that she doesn't challenge them on their objectification of women. Tell myself I dodged a bullet. Who needs friends who can't handle growth anyway? But also, I'm lonely. And I miss them. And maybe they have a point that I was exhausting. But I'll never admit that. Especially not to them. They got exactly what they wanted. A friend group without someone holding them accountable. And I got exactly what I didn't want. To be the person everyone is relieved to not be around. I wonder if there's a middle ground I missed. Between staying silent about injustice and commenting on every little thing. Probably. But I'll figure that out with new friends. Friends who appreciate me. Or at least, that's what I tell myself as I scroll through photos of them having fun without me. The worst part is knowing they planned this. They didn't drift away naturally. They actively chose to cut me out. Coordinated behind my back. Made a conscious decision that their lives were better without me in them. And maybe they were right. Maybe everyone is happier now. Them without my constant corrections. And me without their resistance to growth. Except I'm not happier. I'm bitter and lonely and confused. Wondering how I went from being one of the guys to being the person they actively avoid. They won and I lost. And the trophy is a group chat I'm no longer in, and weekends of watching them have fun without me. Should have seen it coming when they started getting quieter around me. When conversations became stilted. When they stopped sharing personal stuff. All the signs were there that I was pushing them away. But I was too focused on being right to notice I was losing my friends. Now it's too late. They've moved on. Found people who don't make them feel bad about themselves. And I'm stuck wondering if being right was worth being alone.